Let's see if I can. Okay, I'm on. You should be getting a notification now. And let's see. I'm going to put. I'm live on the air. I usually have a picture to insert here, but I didn't put one up. Let's see. Maybe I can get one. That one. I got two of those. I got that one. And there's that one. There. 4 minutes. And actually, I think I'm running live. I'm going to turn my mic off. Oh my, we are live. I'm just going to go right into the music. That's what we're here for, right? You make me feel so young. You make me feel so high strung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I want to go play hide and seek. I want to go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. You make me feel so young. Just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful thing to be flung. Even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. You make me feel so. You make me feel so. You make me feel so young. Okay, welcome piano bar people. You are at the home of Steve's virtual piano bar. And of course I just jump into it without thinking, and I'm blocking my little chat window here. So if anybody wants to chat or say hi or anything, that's completely fine. Let me unblock my chat window so I can see you all when you have something to say. Well, hi, Amy. Amy Addison says hello. That little applause. I love those little tiny hands that apply. I can hear the applause when you do that. So I am here in my new office space in downtown Vanderbilt, Michigan, and I just love it here. I got wide open spaces. I've got a bigger green screen behind me. You can see it's a bigger nightclub. It's a little green screen with a movie like of a nightclub. So Ron Bacon is here. Hello, Ron. Hey, I've got my little. Ron Bacon told me when he was a professional TV producer, he used to like the shot of Liberace from the side of the piano. So I'm copying the best. I'll try my best to push the buttons, play the music, sing the songs, and do everything. Kylene, hello. How are you? Sandy Jones is here too. And Sandy gave me a little present earlier today, and I'm going to utilize that later on in the broadcast. So that's a little teaser there. But anyway, I'm just going to keep on playing here. And another Sinatra song, why not? Let's take it nice and easy. It's gonna be so easy. Anne Marie, hi. We're gonna fall in love. Hey baby, what's your hurry? Relax and don't you worry. We're gonna fall in love. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say, but let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime. Nice and easy does it every time. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say, but let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Oh, Anne-Marie, coming from Eastern Canada. Miles, hey, Miles Green. We've got two greens. We've got the Miles Green, and we've got, I thought I saw the other green here. Is she here? Yes. Clara Green, are you here? I can't see the entire chat window, so I'm going to make an adjustment so I can see everybody. And this is by the seat of my pants here, doing the, yeah, Clara, there you are. I see you now. Okay. I can't, you know, my screen is just far enough away where I can barely read things. Well, let me see. Oh, Claire and Ryan and the baby Paige are all tuned in from the Claire Green family. That's nice. So I'm open to Sandy, I see, is in the chat room. One of my favorite composers is the French popular music composer who did What Are You Doing the Rest of Your Life? He did Watch What Happens, and he wrote the music for that, for I Will Wait For You. He did so many great songs, and I'm trying to think of his name, of course. Once Upon a Summertime, and Miles, you know the name of this guy because he's very, very famous. He's so famous I just can't think of his name. But I'm going to do one of his songs called Watch What Happens. Michel Legrand is the one who wrote this song. Let someone start believing in you. Let him hold out his hand. Let him touch you and watch what happens. Want someone who can look in your eyes, see into your heart. Let him hold you and watch what happens. Cold, I can't believe your heart is cold. Maybe just afraid to be broken again. Oh, let someone with that deep love to give that deep love to you. And what magic you will see. Let someone give his heart. Someone who cares like me. key change. Down a step. Oh, let someone start believing in you. Let him hold out his hand. Let him touch you and watch what happens. Want someone who can look in your eyes, see into your heart. Let him touch you and watch what happens. Cold. No, I can't believe your heart is cold. Maybe just afraid to be broken again. Oh, let someone with that deep love to give that deep love to you, and what magic you'll see. Let someone give his heart, someone who cares like me. The great Michel Legrand. Okay, I'm going to move into some blues. Blues composers wrote kind of earthy songs about, kind of sad things sometimes, but it gets a lot out of your system. I'm gonna try to. Oh, I can't see all my comments again. Okay, I'll get to that later if I don't respond to your comments right away. Before I pack up my bags and I walk, they say a dollar goes from hand to hand. But before I let you go from man to man, I'd rather drink muddy water, sleep out in a hollow log. I work for you like a Georgia mule. My friends all laugh and they call me a fool. Your kisses are as sweet as they can be. But before I let you make a fool out of me, I'd rather drink muddy water, sleep out in a hollow log. Okay, you can sing along with me now. I'd rather drink muddy water, drink muddy water, drink muddy water, drink muddy water, drink muddy water. I'd rather drink muddy water, sleep out in a hollow log. Softer. we get to the chorus. Okay. You know I love you, baby, but you can't be fair. You don't know how to be on the square. So have your fun now, baby, if you must. Before I have a woman that I can trust, I'd rather drink muddy water, sleep out in a hollow log. Okay, now you can sing after me. Drink muddy water. Drink muddy water. Drink muddy water. Drink muddy water. I'd rather drink my... Okay, that sounded so good, we're going to do it one more time now. I'd rather drink muddy water. Drink muddy water. Drink muddy water. Drink muddy water. I'd rather drink muddy water. Sleep out in a hollow log. Rockin' and rollin'. Somebody asked me once, how old is that song? Oh, Bohannon Sander is in the house. Yeah. Michel Legrand. Jobim. Oh, we got some request for some Jobim. Yeah, Bohannon Sander, my favorite grandson, is a golden retriever who lives with my daughter in Scottsdale, Arizona. Very handsome. And and you can see, I wish I could put this on I think there is a way to actually put this on yeah, there we go. Bohannon Sander, there's a good picture of the handsome Bohannon Sander. I forget how old he is. I think he's 3 or 4 years old. And Kylene is my daughter Holly Sandner's best friend who lives nearby in the neighborhood, and they're dancing and singing along, so that's great. Thanks, guys. That gives me a little boost. And also we have a live audience. We're experimenting here with a little bit of a live audience. Cynthia's here, and I think this is an experiment that we're going to maybe expand because this is such a huge room. There's room for, even if you're social distancing, there is room for people here, maybe 10 people possibly. I mean, at least 8 people. So that's going to be something, if you want to stop in live and hear the broadcast live and watch it, we'll talk about that later. Hey, Miles Green wants to do a sing-along to Hava Nagila. I would recommend you go to Miles's, because Miles does video broadcasts also on Facebook. And Miles is a fine piano player who played around downtown Chicago for many, many years. And he will do a sing-along for you for Hava Nagila. I'm going to pass that over to you, Miles. Thanks. But thanks for the suggestion. So I'm going to do a little Antonio Carlos Jobim by request. And this is actually when people ask me what my favorite song is, I will tell, it's really hard to pick a favorite song, but this is one song that I might mention, and it's called Quiet Nights by Antonio Carlos Jobim. Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords for my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds me. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and the window looking on the mountains and the sea. How lovely. This is where I long to be with you so close to me, until the final flicker of life's ember. I was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter, tragic joke I've found with you. The meaning of existence, oh my love. Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords for my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds me. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and the window looking on the mountains and the sea. How lovely. This is where I long to be with you so close to me until the final flicker of life's ember. I was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter, tragic joke I've found with you. The meaning of existence, oh my love, oh my love. All right. Chet Baker is one of my favorite jazz artists. He's a trumpet player who had played in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. He really hit his stride in the 50s, I think. And he recorded an album called Chet Baker Sings. And his voice is sort of unassuming and very kind of fragile and subtle. But I just love his singing. And I tried to copy his singing sometimes, but you really can't copy him because he's so unique. Chet Baker plays trumpet and sings this song called That Old Feeling. I saw you last night and got that old feeling. When you came in sight, I got that old feeling. The moment that you danced by, I felt a thrill. And when you caught my eye, my heart stood still. Once again I seemed to feel that old yearning. Then I knew that spark of love was still burning. There will be no new romance for me, I'm certain it's true. 'Cause that old feeling is still in my heart. saw you last night and got that old feeling. When you came inside, I got that old feeling. The moment that you danced by, I felt a thrill. And when you caught my eye, my heart stood still. Once again I seemed to feel that old yearning. Then I knew the spark of love was still burning. There'll be no new romance for me. It's foolish to start, 'cause that old feeling still in my heart. Yeah, I'm just always amazed how these old standards from the 30s and 40s have just lasted so long. I was talking about that with somebody the other day, and these old songs are just played. They're played all over the world. And when I was working in Singapore, when I was working in Morocco, I would talk to the local musicians, and they play all these American songs. That is the backbone of their musical repertoire, even in Asia and Africa. It's a big influence of the American songwriters of the 30s and 40s, and one of them was Howard Dietz, and he wrote Arthur Schwartz. Dietz was the lyricist. Arthur Schwartz was the musical composer, and he wrote this song that I just love. It's a ballad. At first I thought it was called "I'll Be Tired of You," but actually it's called "Then I'll Be Tired of You." And the lyricist is Yip Harlberg. And Yip, that name, it's got to be Jewish, right, Miles? Miles will tell me for sure. He's got a catalog in his brain. Anyway, Yip Harlberg wrote lyrics for so many great popular songs. Believe it or not, he wrote the lyrics for "Over the Rainbow" and all the songs in Wizard of Oz. So he was a pretty good lyricist for songs. So I'm going to do one of his other songs besides "Over the Rainbow," and this is called "Then I'll Be Tired of You." You know, musicians just love to do ballads. If we could just do ballads every gig, for the whole gig, we'd be happy, because they're just so beautiful to play. I'll be tired of you when stars are tired of dreaming. When I am tired of dreaming, then I'll be tired of you. This I know is true. When grass is tired of growing, when winds are tired of blowing, then I'll be tired of you. Beyond the years, till day is night, till wrong is right, till birds refuse to sing. Beyond the years, the echo of my only love will still be whispering, whispering. If my throbbing heart should ever start repeating that it is tired of beating, then I'll be tired of you. beyond the years, till day is night, till wrong is right, till birds refuse to sing. Beyond the years, the echo of my only love will still be whispering, whispering. If my throbbing heart would ever start repeating that it is tired of beating, then I'll be tired of you. Right. I like New York in June. How about you? I like a Gershwin tune. How about you? A cozy fireside when a storm is due. I like potato chips, moonlight, and motor trips. How about you? I like to dream of fame, can't get my fill. I'd like to see my name right beside yours, holding hands in the movie show when all the lights are low. May not be new, but I like it. How about you? I like Jack Benny's jokes to a degree. I like the common folks, that includes me. I like a window shop on Fifth Avenue. I like banana splits, late supper at the Ritz. How about you? I like to dream of fame, maybe I'll shine. I'd like to see your name right beside mine. See we're in harmony, looks like we both agree on what to do, and I like it. How about you? I like it. How about you? All right. Yeah, and Amy, it reminds me that I forgot one of the lines of the song, which is James Durante's "Looks Give Me a Thrill." But thank you, Amy. Anyway, next time I'll get it. That was the first mistake I've ever made performing. Oh well. 50 years. Finally, I made a mistake. Of course, that's ridiculous. I'm torn between doing Sinatra, Yobim, the blues. I can even do a pop song. I see Miles is one of the funniest people I know. Yeah, I won't even repeat. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. If I'm elected, we will have piano bars in every corner and of every city. Yes. No more sadness, only happiness if I'm elected. But it's not going to happen, so we'll just have to plod along the way we've been doing it. Thanks, Miles. We've got another Steve in the house. All right. I can't even pronounce your name, Steve, but welcome. Thank you. And Stevie Wonder would be a little difficult for me. I do the simpler Stevie Wonder songs. He wrote some, complicated stuff. And Anne Marie reminds us there's a full moon tomorrow, so we could do a couple of moon songs, and that would be appropriate. Like, that's a moon song, and then there's Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. We all know that one. And Ginger's here at the bar. Welcome. So let me do the Stevie Wonder song. We got another Steve in the house, so tribute to the Steves, all the Steves everywhere in the world. Ma chérie, amor, pretty as a summer's day. Ma chérie, amor, distant as the Milky Way. Ma chérie, amor, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for, and how I wish that you were mine. In a cafe, or sometimes on a crowded street, I come near you, but you never notice me. Ma chérie, amor, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine. Maybe someday I'll see your face among the crowd. Maybe someday I'll find your little distant cloud. Ma chérie, amor, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for, and how I wish that you were mine. Ooh, la la la. All righty, and thanks, Steve, for there was another Stevie Wonder song that actually is a little more complicated. I will do maybe later today. I see us in the park, strolling the summer days of imaginings in my mind, in my head, and words from our hearts told only to them without being said. I don't want to bore you with. Anyway, that's a beautiful Stevie Wonder tune from the same album as the song you requested, As. A-S, As. We come to the instrumental portion of our program because it just gives my voice a little bit of a break. And this was a song that was done by Edith Piaf, and I played this song yesterday for a wedding on Mackinac Island. I was going to get some pictures ready to show you, but of course, coming together last minute. I'll try to get that lined up for the next performance, which will be Wednesdays and Sundays here at Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. And this song by Edith Piaf, we did an instrumental version at the wedding. It was part of one of the first dances. It wasn't the bride and groom, but father and daughter, father of the bride and the daughter, I think, danced to this. And it's called, of course, it's called La Vie en Rose. And for Claire, she has a request for this song. Dream a little dream of me. Remember when the mamas and papas did that? And you know, I don't think I need the dinosaur quote anymore. I will,
does remind me that I do appreciate the tips if you're able to. Not required, but it does help out in these times for musicians, of course. And we've got a lot of greens. I think the greens outnumber everybody else in the audience tonight. Clara Green and her family is watching with her new little baby. And Anne Marie has a little message in French. J'adore, yeah. Oui. La vie en rose. Vraiment. And it's truly a great song. And one more instrumental, and this is one I also played on Mackinac Island yesterday for this wedding. It's an instrumental from the movie Somewhere in Time. And I know the Ginger, it's one of your favorite songs. So, but I'm also going to do the secondary theme from Somewhere in Time, which is a Rachmaninoff piece. And I'll just do a short version of it, but it's a couple of beautiful melodies here. Okay, there's a little mini shortened version of the themes from Somewhere in Time, which was not a hit movie when it came out, but it's become a sort of a cult classic. And I saw the movie when it was out in I hate to tell you how long ago that was, 1979 or so. And it hit the theaters for about a week, and I rushed to see it because I had friends who were in the movie, because I was working alongside a theater right next to a theater that had Second City, a Second City troupe. And so I got to know them really well. And they said, "Oh, we're going to be in this movie, It's called Somewhere in Time, and if you look closely, you can see some of the people who some of them became famous later on in Saturday Night Live. Tim Kazurinsky was in it, and I just can't remember the other names. But now it's a classic now with a beautiful scenery from Mackinac Island. And I think it's time. Is it time yet? Oh, I'm going to play another. I'm going to play a couple of vocals here and see if I'm having trouble seeing the comments from this far away. There's always something every week, I tell you. All right, Claire, thank you. Oh, well, Claire Green is familiar with those songs because she worked as a musician, as a harpist at the Grand Hotel. And I'm sure she got requests for those songs almost every day. And it's actually a beautiful setting with a harp player in the main lobby of the Grand Hotel. And I remember when Claire was there, and that's how we got to know each other. And Steve Vanderheiden says the piano players can play wider harmonies, wider voicings, I think is what you mean. And I guess so. I mean, I'm actually working with a music theory course that I'm putting together, and I'll be talking about voicings at some point in the course. Although it's basically a beginner's course, it's good to know something about voicings, and it's called Music Theory for Singers, and that's going to be coming out pretty soon. So anyway, but let's get back to the music. Oh, Clara Green, when she walked down the aisle, they played the Rachmaninoff piece, and I played that piece at weddings too myself. So there you go. Okay, it's time to use my limited French vocabulary, and Anne-Marie out in Eastern Canada will understand the French words in this song, and maybe a lot of you others will too also. It's pretty basic. I'm going to teach you a French word. I'll just do the beginning, and then I'll teach it to you, and you can actually sing along to it. When love comes in and takes you for a spin, ooh la la la. There you go. You learned a French word, but you probably already knew it. That's okay. When love comes in and takes you for a spin, everybody, ooh la la la, c'est magnifique. When every night your loved one holds you tight, ooh la la la, c'est magnifique. But when one day your loved one slips away, ooh la la la, it is so tragic. But when once more he whispers, je t'adore, c'est magnifique. When love comes in and takes you for a spin, ooh la la la, c'est magnifique. When every night your loved one holds you tight, ooh la la la, c'est magnifique. But when one day your loved one drifts away, ooh la
la, la, la. It is so tragic. But when once more she whispers, Je t'adore, c'est magnifique. C'est magnifique. Magnifica. It took me several years to learn how to pronounce that word, by the way. And I keep saying I'm going to learn some more songs in French, Anne-Marie, but boy, I'm a little slow. I apologize for that. And now it's time. It's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. And I know it's 5 o'clock in Arizona in Pacific time. So I'm just going to take a little break here. Ooh, la, 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 c'est magnifique. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I'm going to take a little time out here to open a little bottle of wine. I, of course, prefer the California Cabernets. And this is called J-Lore. This is one of the California Cabernets I learned to appreciate at the Terrace Inn when I worked there in Petoskey. Right? Cynthia remembers. She. L'chaim. Yeah. So, yeah, do I have any stories to tell? Well, yesterday was a magnificent day for weather on Mackinac Island. Now, most of you know Mackinac Island is a tourist attraction here in Michigan. It used to be, a couple hundred years ago, it was a fort. It figured prominently in the War of 1812 because the Americans lost the battle there. And it was only because the Canadians were so generous at the end of the war when they made peace and did the negotiations, they gave the island back to us. So thanks Canada. We appreciate that. Actually, it was the British. Canada was kind of the same thing then. And is that correct? Does that sound right? The correct history? So anyway, now Mackinac Island it's 8 miles in circumference. I don't know. You mathematicians can figure out it's roughly a circle, close to a circle. And it's got tourist attractions there, just the natural beauty and shops. And the main thing about the island is there's no cars allowed. So you go there and you ride a horse and buggy, or you ride a bicycle, or you walk. And I think there's 500 people who live on the island year round, which is kind of interesting. So every summer it's also a wedding destination, and in addition to being the top tourist attraction in Michigan, I forget how many people go there. It's in the millions, or maybe it's 1 million or 2 million. So I hope you're enjoying the Steve's virtual piano bar. I love doing this. It just it helps me connect with old friends. Hi, Sandy. All right. So it's 5 o'clock in Sedona. It's actually 8 o'clock here in Michigan. So I'm gonna have a little glass of wine, and Cynthia, if you bring your glass over here, you can have a little bit. And so I'm going to continue playing a few more songs, and here you go. Okay. And I'll probably save this for the next virtual piano bar, which will be Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern time. All right, who knows? I might drink it before then. I don't know. Mazel tov. Oh, Sandy. He's talking to Sandy. Hi, Miles. Yeah. Yeah, actually, Sandy and I met. I don't know if it was the first time we met Sandy, but we met at the Jewish temple in Sedona. And she was part of some of the
performances there, and she's got a background as a singer of jazz standards or traditional jazz also, and there might be things about your background I don't know about, Sandy. So I know she has a background as a singer and a performer. So Mazel Tov to everybody, and cheers. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Is it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. So I didn't plan as much as I usually do, which is usually very little anyway, of any songs to play. So I'm open to requests. And by the way, that song "Ooh La La La," actually the correct title of the song is "C'est Magnifique" is the title of the song. It's a French title, but it was written by an American composer named Cole Porter. So yes, right. We did the Purim plays at the temple, and but Cole Porter, and it's funny I'm talking about Cole Porter. He's one of the great songwriters of the 30s and 40s, and he may be one of the only ones who wasn't Jewish, but he tried to be. He has that song "My Heart Belongs to Daddy," where he goes, "My heart belongs to Daddy." It has a little Jewish sound to his melody. So he was imitating all the great composers of popular music in the 30s and 40s, and most of the composers were especially the best ones, were Jewish. Yeah, and then after Sandy and I worked on some of the plays at the Jewish temple, she started showing up at my gigs, and I got the stories about her working on the vocals of traditional jazz songs. And that's inspiring to me. I love traditional jazz. I wish I could think of a traditional. I can think of actually some I could do. And since I don't have any other song in mind, I was saying I didn't really plan a song list today. I'm just winging it, and I like doing that sometimes. To just let it fly. But one of the oldest songs I do is I heard from Cab Calloway, who did the song in about 1930. And when Cab Calloway did it, the song was already ancient, old song. So, and that brings me to another topic of copyrighted music. I'm performing copyrighted music on YouTube and Facebook. And I recently had a hint of a copyright notice on one of my videos, and oddly enough, it wasn't for any of the songs that I do. I'm doing all the great songs of the great American and world composers, and I've never had any issue with copyrights. But I played a little piece of a recorded song at the intro to one of my virtual piano bars, and YouTube sent me a note about it. So that's why today I had a silent intro into my concert. So and then what we'll do, I will do some Irving Berlin too eventually. Nothing like Irving Berlin, right? What was I just going to do? I was just going to do one of the old traditional jazz songs that I heard from Cab Calloway, and it's St. James Infirmary Blues. Well, I went down St. James Infirmary to see my baby there, stretched out on a long white table, so long, so cold, so bare. While I tried so hard to keep from crying, my heart just felt like lead. She was all that I had to live for. Wished it was me instead.
let her go.
Let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search the whole wide world over, but never find another loving man like me. When I die, bury me in straight-laced shoes, a box-back coat and a Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain, so all the boys will know I died standing pat. Well, I went down to St. James Infirmary to see my baby there, stretched out on a long white table, so long, so cold, so bare. I've got the St. James Infirmary blues. Okay, you can't get me on. That song can't be within copyright because it's about 150 years old, so they won't catch me on that one. But seriously, I don't know how long this virtual piano bar is going to last with me doing the great songs of the Great American Songbook. They could shut this down anytime. So I'm just going to have fun while I can and do these great songs. There's just nothing like it. I just love these songs. And I know what I was going to do, a Moon song. Jimmy Van Heusen, Frank Sinatra's buddy, also a great songwriter. And he wrote this song called "Oh You Crazy Moon." I don't know how a moon can be crazy because it's just sitting there, but he called it a crazy moon. I think he's actually looking at himself and seeing himself in the moon, and he's crazy. But I don't know. We can analyze the lyrics later. But it's a good song. So full moon tomorrow. When they met, the way they looked, I knew that I was through. Oh, you crazy moon, what did you do? And when they kissed, they tried to say that it was just in fun. Oh, you crazy moon, look what you've done. Used to say to me, you know, that it would never end. You should be ashamed to show your funny face, my friend. There they are, they fell in love. I bet you think you're smart. Oh, you crazy moon, you broke my heart. comes through. Oh, you crazy moon, what did you do? When they kissed, they tried to say that it was just in fun. Oh, you crazy moon, what have you done? Used to say to me, you know that it would never end. You should be ashamed to show your funny face, my friend. There they are, they fell in love. I bet you think you're smart. Oh, you crazy moon, you broke my heart. Oh, you crazy moon, you broke my heart. Moon, the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. I'm not going to do that one. And by the way, thank you to Sandy Jones, who I may be watching, but she gave me this little present today. I did a little private party today for my neighbor who's getting married, and Sandy showed up and said, I noticed at your last virtual piano bar you were drinking out of a mason jar, so she gave me a nice wine glass. That was very thoughtful. Thank you. Oh, look at that, the applause and the stars and all kinds of stuff. It really makes me feel good. Thank you. Well, we're going to be winding it up soon here. Maybe I'll do another. Oh, Joyce is here. I think Joyce is here. Is that Joyce? Joyce Ducher and I wrote this song called Out of the Blue. I'm going to see if I can remember the lyrics. I always screw it up. She wrote such beautiful lyrics. I wrote the melody, and that reminds me of a story. And who was it who told this story? The guy who worked for the Gershwin, Ira Gershwin, Michael Feinstein, was playing a private party, and he's very into the American songwriters. So when Andrew Lloyd Webber showed up at the party, the hostess wanted him to play an Andrew Lloyd Webber song. He goes, well, I don't know any Andrew Lloyd Webber songs. Those are British theater songs, and that's not my thing. I just don't know any. And she goes, oh, you have to play it. So Michael Feinstein was probably getting paid a lot. You don't get him cheap to play your private party. So she said, well, okay, you've just got to do it, or, that's just the way it is. So when Andrew Lloyd Webber walked in the room, he tried to struggle his way through Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. And he's, had to let it happen, it had to change. So Michael Feinstein is playing the song he barely knows. And then when he gets to the second verse, he can't remember the words. So he looks over at Andrew Lloyd Webber, says, hey, Andrew, help me with the lyrics. And Andrew had this very serious kind of gruff look on his face. He says, I wrote the music. Like he doesn't know the words to the song. So anyway, that's not my excuse for if I screw up the words to this song. I wrote the music. Out of the Blue by Joyce Ducher, and who did the lyrics, and Steve Sandler. Actually, we both worked on it equally. She contributed some of the melody, and I contributed some of the lyrics, so it's equal authorship. Out of the blue, I found myself talking with you. Out of the blue, I found myself talking with you. Through springtime and summer, I felt a throng that kept me thinking of you. Out of the blue, a smoky mist obscured the view. Dancing with you, laughing with you, I was brand new. Only one all the mist. And then I knew I'd fallen in love with you out of the blue. Out of the blue, I found myself talking with you. Out of the blue, I found myself walking with you. Through springtime and summer, I felt a thrall that kept me thinking of you. Out of the blue, a smoky mist obscured the view. Dancing with you, laughing with you, I was brand new. Only one kiss cleared all the mist, and for sure I knew I'd fallen in love with you out of the blue. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Out of the Blue, original song by Steve Sander, that's me, and Joyce Dusher. It was written for a musical called Space Cadets, and that was the only song we wrote for the musical. Previously, we had written an entire musical called Raison d'Etre, and we wrote 8 or 9 songs for that one. But Out of the Blue, we wrote, and then we never even got started on that musical, but that's one of the most requested songs of the songs we wrote, so there you go. Ding dong, the witch is dead. That Harborough wrote all those great songs, including the lyrics to Over the Rainbow. I mean, how did these guys come up with such great lyrics and songs? I don't know. But the rest of us, we keep trying, Us mortals, we try to copy the immortals, songwriters of the ages. We do the best we can. So we're going to bring it to a close, and I love playing. There's a couple of closing songs I play, and I'll try to pick one of those. Now it's time to say goodbye to... No, that's not one of them. To all the company, M-I-C. See you real soon. K-E-Y. Why? I can't remember why. Because we like you. M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. So, I remember when I was working with Second City, I brought that up earlier. I worked in a theater that had a piano bar downstairs, and Second City was upstairs, and I got to know the guys really well. Second City is the sort of the training ground for Saturday Night Live, so I got to know these guys pretty well, and they would improvise these skits that were just amazing. They were really into improvisation of comedic skits. So I would take a break from the piano bar and I'd go upstairs and I'd be way in the back of the room, and all of a sudden they'd work me into the skit. And there was a guy named Steve Sander in their skit. They were so funny. And anyway, they're very talented. George Wendt was there, Tim Kazurinsky, Mary Gross, some people you might have heard of on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, Miles Green is much better at the duck sound than me. Don't forget to catch Miles Green and his concerts online on Facebook. You can search Miles Green, MylesGreene, MylesGreene, Miles Green. Anyway. So, one of the great songs of Nat King Cole was, it's a very famous song with a great title, and I'll think of it in a minute. For All We Know. For All We Know. I mean, who writes a song like that nowadays? Now you have to have some, or the after the 30s and 40s, they weren't that subtle anymore. But For All We Know, it's just, you could kind of write songs right into your soul with a title like that. And any of this song does go into your soul. It's For All We Know, We May Never Meet Again. That's kind of sad, but it's an excellent song to sign off with. So, but anyway, one more time, cheers. Hope you're having a great Sunday and a happy Sunday, and I hope the music, hope that to all things happy and music. Let's drink to that. For all we know, we may never meet again. Before you go, make the moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand and my heart will be in it. For all we know, this may only be a dream. We come and go like a ripple in a stream. So love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come. For all we know. For all we know, this may only be a dream. We come and we go like a ripple in a stream. So love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come. For all we know. Thank you all. Have a nice evening. Have a nice weekend. And thank you for coming to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar every Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to try to keep it going as long as the copyright strikers stay away. I shouldn't even say that. I don't even want to project that. But anyway, thank you so much. May your troubles be few. Same to you, Miles. Thank you, Anne-Marie, coming all the way from Eastern Canada. People from all over the place. Michigan and Arizona. And thank you, Kylene. And thank you, Bohannon, for listening. I hope Bohannon appreciated it. I mean, you know, how was Bohannon? I missed that guy. You know. So have a great night, everybody, and we will see you again soon.